Hello everyone and welcome back to King's Aquariums and Emma. Today we're going to be showing you the new layout of the fish room. So come over here, we've got the 5-foot rack. So we've got 3 individual tanks up the top here. We've got my pair of Bolivian rams. So you see the male, the female is up the top there. We've got my male angelfish. We're hopefully trying to find a female to go with him. In the tube there, you can just work out that it's a Colombian woodcat, and underneath the sand there is some banjo catfish. Beside the angelfish is my pair of electric blue and blue Hikari with their fry. Tank does look a bit of a mess due to the algae, but I don't want to stress the mum or dad out to the point they will eat their fry. So this is around 200 litres in total. So we have a heater in this tank and also in the Bolivian ram tank, and that will eventually heat up the middle tank. They're all run by individual sponge filters. So you've got the Hygger 3-in-1 filter in the Bolivian tank. You've just got a single sponge filter and a double sponge filter in the Aquariums. So if we go down to the second level, this is where my Malawi cichlids are. So again, this is the same literage is the top row, so 200 litres. This one is ran by a Better Choice 1630, which does 340 litres an hour, and it's a UAV controlled unit. So we have a Hygger smart heater in the corner there. We have a single headed wave maker in the corner just to make all the debris go down to the other end where the inlet is for the canister filter. And we also have a Superfish Aquaflow 300 just in the corner there, just to create some more flow. We also have the air stone just to give it some more aeration. Stopping wires, we have a Fontosa. We have some electric blue hats. These ones are females, so we've got 3 of those. We've got Demazoni. We have Lizzie, who's our Melanochromis Jehoni. We've got Nuco. We've got our male giraffe hat. We've got our cobalt blue zebra. We've got our ice blue zebra. And yeah, and I think there's about 3 Cynodontuses in this aquarium too. So it's simple scape really, just some rocks, just to create some hideouts for them all. We have a few plants in here. We've got some cryptocoryons, we've got some Anubias plants, we've got a few Java ferns which are just there, and really that's basically it really. So we go down to the third row. So this is my 105 litre Tetra community tank. So it's got a host of plants. We have some cryptocoryons, which is one of them here. Got a load of different cryptocoryons. I think we've got Cryptocoryon balances, Parva, Lutea, Wentives. Got some Java ferns. We've got Amazon swords. We've got Valsinaria, Gigantea, Rubia, and the standard green Gigantea. And I'm not sure what That one is at the back, but whatever it is, it grows like mad. So in this tank we've got 4 rummy noses, we've got 5 black widow tetras, we've got 2 black phantom tetras, we have 2 Chinese algae eaters, we have some red phantom tetras, we have 9 of those, and we've got some giant African fan shrimp, we've got 1 neon, and we've got 5 bristlenose plex. This is ran off by a double sponge filter, and along the top here we have the Hygger LED light. So if we come next to it, we have a 30 litre aquarium here with 8 Pacific blue-eyed rainbow fish. Again, it's pretty simple, it's bare bottom. Just for the time being, it's basically like a quarantine tank form. We have Java fern plant in there with a spawning mop, 2 coconut hides, and we also have a breeder box just in case they ever spawn, so that's all ready and waiting to put their eggs in. So again, it's nice and simple, and we've just got a simple LED light which lights up this aquarium just right. So beside that one we have which was the Serene Stream. It will be getting rescaped soon, so stay tuned for that video. So beside that aquarium we have Bertha, who's our blind African clawed frog. You can see her just up at the surface there. Again, this is 30 litres, bare bottom tank, just got a hide, some moss balls, a bit of chola wood, a small Anubias species plant, and a double sponge filter, and also the heater which is right next to her at the moment, and we also have a couple of neurite snails too. So if we go up into the corner, we have my Fluval Flex 57 litre, which is now the better sorority tank. We have 5 white-clad mountain minnows and 2 female bettas. You can see one of the females just in the corner there, and the other female, she is deformed slightly, so she does swim a bit funny. We have some neurite snails, we have some Amano shrimp and some giant African fan shrimp and some cherry shrimp. This is quite an easy tank to look after. It's got some low light plants, we have a load of Anubias species, I think there's a little bit of Java fern in there, and a few smaller Aquarium plants. It's just got a small LED light which grows these plants really well, and the rock formations, they are plastic, so but it gives off a very nice effect. So if you come over to the 3-foot tank rack, we have the quarantine tanks. So we've got Oscar, our one-eyed Oscar, we've got parrotfish. Next door we have our blind Oscar, we have a rainbow shark and a small jaguar cichlid. This is a 118 litre tank, so we've got a sponge filter and we've got a U2 fluval filter. We have 1 heater which keeps both of them at stable temperature. So if we go down, we have this 118 litre fry grower tank, which is my electric blue Acara, cross blue Acara fry and just standard blue Acara fry. So there is over a couple of hundred in there. So we have a sponge filter up in the corner, that's basically just a coarse sponge with an air stone in the middle of it and capped with a nitrate sponge. We also have an Aquaflow 200 internal filter and a heater. Just sand along the bottom, just for the babies to sift through, and we've got some of these black tubes just for them to explore and play in. So if we go down to the bottom, this is the 85 litre aquarium. So basically we have two Hikaris in here which have bred. You can probably see all the little babies swimming around there. Again, bare bottom, just to make it easier to clean out. We do a water change every 2 days on all of these tanks, just to keep the water parameters as good as possible, and that makes the fry grow at a very fast rate. So if you come over here, we've got my Fluval Roma 240, and we've got Big Mama, who's very grumpy, very agitated. In the tube there we have the Asian sun cat, and you can just make out at the back here there is my large jaguar cichlid, and we also have a common plec who's up in the corner. This is a drilled system, so we have the filter underneath the cabinet. This is the larger version. This is the Better Choice 2000, which does 540 litres an hour, and again it's got a built-in UV. Tank, we've just got some gravel. I think it's plant substrate, isn't it? Tetra, yeah. We've got an air stone, we've got a heater with a guard on. We'll have some plants in there eventually, and yeah, that's basically all I can tell you really. So over here we have the oldest tank in the fish room, which is my 125 community tank. So 125 litres. So we've got an internal filter, got a submarine wreck, again plant substrate, an enormous Anubias Baltry, which again is 5 years old. It's almost coming out the top of the tank, which I'll show you in a minute. So what we have in here is we have our albino rainbow shark Rose, who we can just make out she's just in the submarine there. We have Seth, our Siamese algae eater. We have 4 Buenos Aires tetras. We have a gold gourami, who's just in the back there. We have a pair of pearl gouramis. We have a Pastilla tetra, checker barb. There's a black neon. There's a Pastilla tetra, just in the Anubias. We have a bristlenose plec. We have a Cynodontus nigraventus, and there's, I think there's a few others which I can't see at the moment. So plant wise, we have Cryptorians, we have Anubias nanas, Anubias Baltry, we have some Echinodoras swords, which I've had to trim back. We've got some Balthanaria growing there as well. So here is the Anubias, literally growing out of the tank almost. So yeah, this tank is about 5 years old now. It's doing really well. So if we come down underneath, we have my 80 litre Crepensis pair, and their first batch of babies. So you can see the babies are now coming out. I don't know where the parents are. There's one in there's one in the opening of the other side. I think the other one is in there, in that house. Again, fairly simple setup, just a Nubius barrel tree, a couple of coconut hides for them to breed in, a small sponge filter, a few neurites, and yes, just basically they get fed 3 times a day. 2 times a day they will get Hikari first bites, and once a day they get a couple of tubes of Artemia or bloodworm. Here are all the little babies. There's, I think that's Daddy now coming out. You can just make out that he's there, keeping an eye on the babies. And then we go on to my 400 litre tank, which is in the process of being done. So I bought this other bit of wood to go in there. Cost about, I think that was $49.99. So that's going to go in that corner there. And yeah, so we'll keep you posted on the process of that project. So all of these are all ran off mostly internal sponge filters. So if you have a look up here, we have the line go up on each of them. It comes to a nozzle which you can adjust the amount of air going through to each filter, and it runs along the back, round here, and then up to a splitter, and then to the large air pump. So on this one here we have only the air stone, so again same thing happens there. It goes up to a nozzle, so you can keep an eye on how much air you're putting into the air stone, and again it goes up to the splitter and back to the air pump. Right, stop that. So the 105 litre, the Rainbow Fish Aquarium and the other 2 aquariums, basically they all run off each other, so they split into 4 tanks, all with their individual nozzles. Goes right through the back of the rack, up to the splitter, and then back into the air pump. So the 57 litre is also ran off this air pump, not for the filtration but for the air stone. There's got a little air stone in there just to give the fish some oxygen. And then rack 3 is again ran all the way along the top there. This one's just got an air stone in, this one's got a sponge filter with an air stone inside the sponge, again with a nozzle to keep an eye out on how much air you're putting into the tank. Tank 2 has just this sponge filter, and the bottom tank there has a sponge filter as well, all with their individual nozzles, and they all connect up together and go straight to the splitter and then to the air pump. So on the 5-foot racking system we have these LiQWYD. I think that one's just a standard LiQWYD tube and one's a sunny LiQWYD tube. So that's, I think that's the sunny LiQWYD, this one here, and then the normal standard white LiQWYD tube is that one. And then underneath we have the same, but we have a bigger sunny LED tube, and we have a smaller plain white LED tube. As you can see, the water looks crystal clear in both rows, so that's all good. So we're now going to feed the electric blue and blue Hikari fries some Hikari first bites. So what we do is I get a small measuring tub, put that much in, basically swirl it around, and then pour it in like so. And you can see it comes down quite fast, so all the babies get a chance to eat. You can see their little bellies starting to fill up. So we're now going to feed these, I think not even a week old babies, just standard blue Hikaris. Same again, dip it into a measuring cup and pour it in slowly. And there we go. If you have plenty of fry and you want to know what food to feed them on, then I highly suggest that you go out and purchase yourself some of the Hikari first bites. They are about £3.50 a pack, and you get about 3 to 4 weeks worth of food in there. So go and check this product out. I'll leave their link in the description for the eBay, Amazon and various other places who sell them. So we're now going to feed the larger Hikari fries. So we've got some Monkfield Nutrition Artemia and we have some bloodworm. So we normally put 5 cubes in, just because there's quite a lot of them in there. So as you can see, they are going absolutely crazy. So that's 4 cubes of Artemia, and then I'll put 1 cube of bloodworm. That's the bloodworm. They're like tiny little piranhas. So we come over to the Krux and just put 2 cubes of Artemia in there.
Yeah, they're actually coming up to it.
guys, that is the end of today's video. I hope you enjoyed me showcasing you my new improved fish room. There's 17 tanks in total. If you went on to enjoy this video, please hit the like button, consider subscribing to the channel, and make sure you have post notifications on so you don't miss out on future content. And we shall see you next time.